Hi all again. Like I said, I was going to make a separate video with specific directions for the soil texture lab. So you'll see the separate module. Again, you have 2 weeks to complete this, and then even longer if you absolutely need to. As again, due dates are recommendations right now to make sure that you're not creating a mountain of work by putting it all off. But here we have the soil lab directions I have embedded as a page to hopefully help so you do not have to download it. Again, for this assignment, you're going to collect a small sample. I'm talking about like a handful of soil. One thing to really note though is that soil, it has to be, for this to work, has to be natural soil. So you can't just go to your pot, like my house plant. Hey, that is not growing in soil right now. It's actually growing in a soilless media, which is what we buy at the stores, that potting soil. Okay? And that is creating a lightweight replacement for soil, which is great for when we want to fill up pots and grow things indoors or grow things on our patio, but not what we want to do for this project. We want to be finding natural found soil. Um, for that, you might be, digging a little bit underneath your lawn with some parent supervision so that way you can't tell that you did this afterwards. Another great place is like underneath shrubs, or if you have like a planter bed, anything, or even if you go on a walk and you're still social distancing, but you're able to go to a park and near a tree, dig up a little bit. Okay, but then just, fix it so that you can't really tell that you were there. If you have any questions on that, send me an email and I can send you a slideshow or a video. I might even end up posting that to help in here to give you a better visual. Once you have some soil, you're going to complete the following lab to find out what soil texture you have. It's a field lab. It's used out when we are outdoors and can then find out what texture we have without even having to go into a lab. While you're completing this, though, I do want you to have some video evidence that you did it, or picture evidence to show your experience completing this. You will be turning all of this in, your results, your image or video, on the discussion, which is back on the module, which I'll show you in the end. Okay, the purpose is that soil texture is one of the most important physical properties of soil. And knowing what texture we have tells us a whole lot about what we're able to grow and what we need to do to make sure we care for our crops or our plants in order to make sure that they're healthy. The USDA has created this soil texture triangle, which is a very useful tool once we know how to use it. You got introduced to this a couple of weeks ago with the intro to soil. And this week we'll put into practice trying to find out what your soil texture is. Okay, this one as well, there's videos out there if you get stuck, but at the end, when you look at this, the percent clay, okay, the percentages are right here along that side. The percentages of silt run around that right side, and then the percentage of sand runs down the bottom. As long as you keep that true, it should always add up to 100%. Moving on, the procedure, I know this looks really wordy, but that will help those of you who like to read step by step. For those of you who might have a harder time with that, there is also a picture right here, and that gives you the same information set up as a flow chart. Okay, I enjoy this. Typically, I give you this flow chart laminated in the classroom or out in the field for you to find out the texture. So either is okay. Just do your best to complete it. And then at the end of the day, you will have your texture and you'll get to find out, do you have clay? Do you have loam? Do you have silty clay? And then you're going to go to the discussion and figure out what percentage about would you have then, and collaborate with your peers. So let me go back so that you can see that. Okay. And below the directions, sorry, now you have to see my teacher view. All right, 23 seconds. So here you have the discussion and results inside. You'll have these prompts to answer. Make sure you get through all 6. Do a little research, find out what texture abouts you have, ballpark with that triangle, and then respond to your peers. So hopefully you have fun, and I will talk to y'all soon.